I said something that irritated the shit out of Kobe fans, even though I'm a Kobe fan, right? I said something that irritated, but that is a metrics. When I said 3 of his championships, he was a sidekick. And everybody's like, oh, he was never a sidekick. He was only 21, 22, and 23. Those championships. Shaq was the dominant force.
Kobe was the dominant force, but Gilbert Arenas just dropped a wild spark across the whole NBA scene. On his show, the former All-Star made a bold claim saying Kobe Bryant was nothing more than a sidekick to Shaquille O'Neal during the Lakers' first 3 championship runs. This wasn't some random comment. It sounded like a direct shot at Kobe's legacy, and fans everywhere started firing back.
Every Superman won when they got the perfect partner. When they got the perfect partner, that's when they won.
The reaction has been loud, with Kobe supporters, from old teammates to loyal fans and analysts, jumping in to defend what he built. But Gilbert Arenas isn't stepping back at all. He's standing firm, even doubling down on his take, which keeps the whole argument burning hot on Gil's Arena. Arenas admitted his comments hit a nerve with Kobe fans, even though he says he's one of them.
21, 22, and 23. Those championships. Shaq was the dominant.
He pointed out that during the first 3 championship runs, Kobe was still young in the league, just around 21 to 23 years old, while Shaquille O'Neal was the main dominant force on the squad, according to Arenas. In his view, during those years, Kobe played more of a supportive role, a claim a lot of fans refused to accept. He was only 21. The dominant force was Shaq in Gilbert's eyes, but Arenas didn't stop there. He pushed further, saying Kobe was often seen as a sidekick, more like Robin, or even the next Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen was Scottie Pippen. No, if he scored 28 points and Jordan scored 30, we still know who's number 1 and number 2. We still know who's doing the...
Instead of being celebrated as a 3-time champion in his own right, that Pippen comparison is what really made people snap and turned the whole debate into a heated clash. In short, the former Wizard star is saying Kobe's first 3 rings don't hold the same weight because he wasn't the number 1 option on those teams. But that's exactly where his whole argument starts falling apart. Since when does being young erase what a player actually did to win championships? That logic sounds shaky already. So let's break down what this so-called sidekick really did during those title runs. In the 2000 finals against Indiana, when Shaq went down with an injury, it was Kobe who stepped up and took control. He averaged 25 points per game and dragged the team forward when everything was on the line. That's not sidekick energy at all.
We know who Robin is in this instance, right? So his 5 rings is still Robin rings.
That's the opinion.
But I know that's
Then came the 2001 playoffs, where Kobe made it loud and clear who he really was. He averaged 29.4 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game. Those aren't sidekick numbers, those are superstar stats that scream leadership. But Arenas skips right past all of this, just to keep his take alive. Jump ahead to the 2002 Western Conference Finals against Sacramento, and Kobe was straight unstoppable. In that brutal 7-game war, he dropped more than 26 points per game and carried the Lakers through the chaos. Sidekicks don't throw teams on their backs like that. Gilbert Arenas claims the sidekick label.
And here is Kobe Bryant. And there is the first.
Was just media sabotage, created to protect Michael Jordan's legacy from Kobe rising too fast. It's an interesting angle, but it's also contradictory. On one hand, Arenas says the media framed Kobe as Robin to Shaq's Batman, yet on the other, he repeats the same storyline himself. People forget that while Kobe was stacking titles next to Shaq, he faced disrespect and kept getting boxed into that sidekick label. But history shows the truth.
Off the dribble, and rejected. That's the play of the game defensively. Kobe Bryant's all-league defense.
defense comes in.
Kobe shut everybody up by winning 2 more championships, this time as the clear leader of the Lakers and the undeniable face of the squad. So which one is it, Gil? Was the sidekick label just media spin, or was it actually real? You can't play both sides of the story like that. Ron Harper, who shared the court with both Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal late in his career, definitely doesn't buy the idea that Kobe ever played second fiddle. Harper had the rare view of seeing both Kobe and Shaq up close, which means he actually knows how their partnership worked. His perspective hits way harder than any outside speculation, because real teammates know who did what during those championship runs. And the fact that guys who were actually inside that locker room reject the whole sidekick storyline says a lot.
Los Angeles. Kobe up against Wade. They clear it out. He'll go past Wade. The follow away.
Superhero, what would you be? Who would you be?
Batman.
So then is Pal your Robin?
No, Pal.
He even said it straight. Similar to Kobe now. Nobody. Stop it. Well, I mean, like you got Kyrie and Devin. Stop it. That energy tells the whole story. Fans didn't hold back either. One sports fan fired right back saying, no surprise, when losers talk, they tried to bring down winners. Another fan went directly at Arenas, writing that Arenas just gets more and more disrespectful about Kobe as time goes on. You wanted to be that guy. Bro, it's cool.
It's a piece to my boy Kobe, man. He probably as closer as anyone else to ever gonna be competing with MJ. He was a very complete competitor. He patterned his game, walk and talk like MJ and be like him.
The backlash has been loud, with many questioning Arenas' motives and pointing out the irony of someone who never won a championship, critiquing how legends earned theirs. And that Scottie Pippen comparison hit fans hard because it suggested Kobe was never the main option, even during his prime. The pushback hasn't only come from fans either. Kobe's wife, Vanessa Bryant, and former teammate Matt Barnes also stepped up to protect his legacy. When family and close teammates speak out, you know the controversy has moved way past a simple debate.
My opinion is Mike, and then it's Kobe.
Who do you think is like similar to Kobe now?
Nobody. Stop it.
Well, I mean, like you got Kyrie and Devin.
No, stop it.
People don't know this, but one of the reasons my husband played through injuries and pain was because he said he remembered being a little kid, sitting in the nosebleeds with his dad to watch his favorite player play. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said,
Doesn't matter if I'm sick. It doesn't matter if I have a sprained ankle. The kid that's sitting in there might be the next me sitting up there, watching and trying to get inspiration from that. I need to go out there and play.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play. He never forgot about his fans. If he could help it, he would play every minute of every game. He loved you all so much.
Vanessa Bryant almost never reacts to anybody criticizing her late husband's legacy. So when she finally speaks up, it hits hard. Her decision to clap back shows just how deep those comments cut, not only for the Bryant family, but for fans who still fight to protect Kobe's name. Matt Barnes stepping in only makes the message louder. He played with and against some of the greatest ever, so his voice has a level of truth that outsiders just can't match. Arenas tried to strengthen his argument by pointing to Dwyane Wade's 2006 championship run.
Said he had Kobe at 2, and Stephen A. challenged that. What makes Kobe special in players' mind, in a player's mind himself? We don't go by your stats. We don't go by the accolades. We go by how the person played, what was his attributes, right? So when you think about the greatest players of all time, 80% of them have God gift, natural talent, ability, body. Jordan, 48-inch vertical. You got the big hand. You got LeBron, Shaquille O'Neal, then Magic 6'9" point guard with vision. Kobe, standard. If I give you every 6'6" guard in the NBA and NBA history, you would never find him. You would never find Kobe because he didn't have big hands. He wasn't quick. He wasn't fast. 38-inch vertical, that's standard. And what he did with that body, it's like you took a S500 and he was pushing it like a Bugatti. That's what we look at. We look at the normal person
saying Wade proved a young star could be the #1 option. But when you look closer, that comparison falls apart real fast. Wade was 24 during that run, while Kobe was winning titles at just 21 to 23 years old. The situations, the teammates, the roles, none of it lines up. And instead of hurting Kobe's case, the Wade comparison actually shows how impressive Kobe was at an even younger age.
Gasol is at the center position. Nice pick and roll between.
Third rebound tonight. Playing with the sore throat, which has been a story here in Los Angeles. Yao now watches Bryant. Yao comes out.
Arenas did make one point that sounded more reasonable. You are not winning without a perfect #2. And he's right. Every championship squad needs multiple stars to get it done. But here's the real issue. There's a huge difference between calling someone a perfect #2 and labeling them a sidekick. A perfect #2 is still a superstar, just not the main option. Look at Kobe's run with Pau Gasol. Together, they won back-to-back titles, and Pau was known everywhere as Kobe's perfect #2, not some sidekick. Yet Arenas keeps saying that when the roles were flipped, Kobe couldn't be Shaq's perfect #2 without being reduced. And that contradiction exposes the whole problem. The logic just doesn't line up. The biggest issue in Arenas' argument is how often he contradicts himself. He claims he's a Kobe fan, then keeps downplaying what Kobe actually accomplished. He calls the sidekick label media manipulation, then turns around and pushes the same storyline like it's fact. At one point, after a long pause, he even said, "I'm confused at the delusion we're having in social media." And the irony was wild. He's calling out social media for false narratives while creating a brand new one about basketball history. That kind of move makes his credibility shaky. And this isn't some one-time thing. It fits a whole pattern of former players taking shots at Kobe's legacy just to stir the conversation. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss the next crazy NBA drama.